everybody. Mike from One Arm Brewing and Barbecue here. Today we have a really good dinner that I'm really excited about. I'm talking like Captain Kirk. I don't know. Today we're gonna have some Borracho beans, some Mexican rice, some sausage and shrimp that goes with it. It's gonna be great. And back here, first daughter Jude is working on a chia Bob Ross. That's how exciting things are here in our household today. A chia Bob Ross. She's a big Bob Ross fan. She likes to pound these Bob Ross energy drinks left and right. It's crazy. We're crazy. It's all crazy. Tonight's meal is gonna be awesome. Hey, Mike here. I had to do a time-space transwarp to go back in time to get to the beginning of when I cooked the beans. And so it's kind of messing with reality right now. But here's earlier today. All right, so it's morning and our beans have been soaking overnight. The smell coming off of that is just great. Had to add a little bit more water. Got it in the crock pot, going on low for 10 hours. Let me show you what we put in there last night. So obviously started off with dry pinto beans. Added some kosher coarse salt, some onion powder, some Spanish paprika, some garlic powder. Love this stuff. Coarse ground black pepper. You know, normally this is stuff that you might think would go in like a grinder, but this is already ground up a little bit, but it's coarse, so it's extra big, so you get some nice little pop of peppery flavor. Of course, some chili powder. We also added in today some chicken stock, and then we're gonna add some chopped up red and green peppers and some onions. Now here's a little tip. You know, sometimes, you know, in the middle of the night or, you know, evening, hey, I want to have beans tomorrow. I don't want to really run out to the store to get some peppers to cut up. We like to keep some frozen peppers in the freezer, and we'll just throw those in, throw them in frozen, they'll heat up just fine. You can cut up your own and freeze them. These are store-bought frozen ones that we get at the H-E-B. They're in the frozen food section. Use these like in omelets. Use them obviously in beans. Stuff like that. It's good to keep on hand. All right, so we're gonna put those in, stir them up. And we're gonna come back in 9 hours and 56 minutes. All right, so let's get going on our rice here. So what we're gonna do, in this pot, we're gonna take 2 cups of water, 2 cups of chicken broth, put that in. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. So our water is right at that verge of boiling. It's got the bubbles down at the bottom, a few popping up, good steam coming off. We're gonna take this time now to go ahead and season this. We're gonna go with some of that Spanish paprika, about a tablespoon. We're gonna go with some garlic powder, about a half tablespoon. We're gonna go with some onion powder, about a teaspoon. We're gonna go with some salt and pepper. You can season this to your taste. And then we're gonna throw in a can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. We like to use Rotel. H-E-B had this free a couple of weeks ago. You buy something, you get this free, so we're gonna go with it. It's all the same though. We're gonna put that in. We're gonna give it a good, with the right spoon. We're gonna give it a good stir. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw in 2 cups of rice. So we're just using white rice. There's 1. And there is 2. Get this all stirred up good. gonna let this come up to a boil, and then we're gonna cover it, and we're gonna slide it over here and put it on a simmer while we cook up the sausage and the shrimp. All right, so we're gonna cover. Go ahead and drop that heat down. Slide this over, this other burner, because we need this for our other stuff. We're gonna give this 15 minutes. And we're gonna start cooking up some sausage and some shrimp here over here. All right, so let's fry up some sausage. We're gonna throw the shrimp in, be good to go. Put in some avocado oil. Let this get heated up. We're gonna throw in our diced up, cubed up summer sausage with cheddar in it. That's what we had at the store the other day, so that's what we're gonna go with. What we wanna do, just kind of get this heated up. So if you're cooking on a weeknight, this is a really, really good thing to do. Prep your beans the night before. Cook them on the crock pot when you leave to go to work. Of course, COVID-19, we're all going to work at home, so we had to smell those all day, and they are smelling great. Got the sausage going. Rice, 15-20 minutes to cook. Beans, cooking all day. Shrimp, that's going to kick on here in a minute. I'm going to add a little bit of Shiner Bock. Impart a little bit of beer flavor to this. Cover them up, let them steam for just a little bit. While we're waiting on that rice and that sausage to go, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Chase down at Dad Does Dinner. If you follow me, you know that I give him a shout out every time. He gives me a shout out every time. We're really good friends. We've been good friends for about 10 years. We both love good food. We both love spicy food. We both love a lot of flavors. And so Chase, you know, he and I are making these videos at the same time, and kind of inspiring each other. That's what we do, you know. His stuff is really good. Go find Dad Does Dinner on YouTube. He's a more legit cook than I am. I like to do some quick cooks, some things that cut some corners to make it fast and easy and still have a lot of good taste, but he's going to explain to you a lot of things. His most recent video talks about the difference between a head of clover and a clove of clover. No, not clover. Garlic, a head of garlic and a clove of garlic. Yeah, he's cooking with clover. That doesn't make any sense. He's not even Irish, as far as I know. So anyways, he's cooking with garlic, and he's talking about the head of garlic and the bulb, you know, the bulb thing. That's what he's, you know, he's talking about the reasons why it's called what it's called. We had a pretty good day here. Went and did some food ministry. Not a lot of people came out today, but, you know, a lot of stimulus checks are hitting, so we think that might be why. But, you know, even though people are getting that money, and you may be getting that money, people still need help. That money's not going to last forever. So do what you can to help somebody else out. All right, so let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. That sausage is looking good. I'll let it go here. Just a few more minutes in that beer. And then we'll come back. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to reduce the heat. We do not need it so hot now. We're going to take this sausage, and we're just going to come and we're going to put it over here. Okay, we're going to let that sit right here. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to put in a little more Shiner. Like so. 2/3 of a thing of butter. I'm going to throw that in. We're going to let this get nice and warm. While this is warming up, we're going to take red pepper flakes. We're going to put about a teaspoon or so, maybe a little bit more, a lot more. Some paprika, garlic powder, salt and pepper, We're gonna stir this up. Yeah. Let's bust up that butter, get it nice, and melt it in here. Because you know what's gonna come in this bad boy? Beer butter battered shrimp. How about that, huh? That is some flavor explosions just waiting for you. All right, so I'll let that go. Got that butter busted up. It'll melt the rest of the way. We're gonna take our shrimp. This is peeled and deveined already. We're gonna throw that in. Get them all flat down in there. We're gonna let them soak. And then we're gonna throw the lid on. And we're gonna watch these. So we don't want them to stay in too long because then they're gonna get rubbery. And we'll be back. So our timer went off on the rice. It's been 15 minutes. We're gonna take a look at it. Kind of fluff it up a little bit, stir it up. It's looking pretty good. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit longer. Burn off some more of that liquid. Probably about another 3 or 4 minutes. And by that point, our shrimp should be almost done. And then we'll be ready to eat. Let's give our shrimp a look. Oh yeah. They are turning pink, which means they are almost done. Let's give that a little more stir. We're going to keep the lid off at this point. That sausage is ready, the beans are ready, the rice is almost ready. You know what? This meal is almost ready. That's so good. So good. It's so good. So good. You know, it's so good. It's so good. The smells are incredible, I have to tell you, because you've got, over here, you've got these beans that have been going all day. You've got the smell from the sausage. You got the smell from the beer, the butter, the shrimp, and the seasoning that goes on it. And then you've got this rice sitting over here, which doesn't really have much of a smell because, you know, it's rice. But that's going to be just an epic meal. The shrimp looks good. Let's pull one out. Woo. Let's pull a different one out. That one is hot. Bring this up and let you look at it. So you got that color, you got the seasonings, you got the pepper flakes. Let's give this guy a bite. Oh yeah, that is some good shrimp. Good stuff. Whew, back end heat with the pepper flakes. Gonna get some front end heat with the jalapenos over here. Oh man, this is a meal that is going to go down as one of the best. Let's go ahead and kick everything off. Off. Let's go ahead and get this rice. Let's give it a look. Give it some stirs. All right, we're gonna plate and then we're gonna eat. So let's get some of this, shall we? Let's get some of this goodness. We got our bowl. First, we're gonna start with some of this rice. Drop that down in there. Create a little bit of a valley. Let's get some of these beans. Oh man, I need to bring these over for you to look at. Look at those. Look at those. Borracho beans. Dump them in. Next, I'm going to hit up some sausage. Put this bad boy over here. And then I'm going to come in with some of that shrimp. Oh man, I can hardly wait. Just putting them over to the side. And there we go. What do you think of that? That's pretty dang awesome. I know it is. It's really good. All right, so let's give it a taste, shall we? Oh, let me tell you, I've been looking forward to this all day. So we got some rice, we got some beans, some sausage in this bite. Here you go.
Man. The flavors hit you in the front and they take you all the way to the back. Those peppers this morning, jalapeno, the red pepper, the green pepper, you know, those flavors, that jalapeno's got that front end heat. And then there's some back end heat that hits you. And then let's get some of this shrimp in here too. Let's get some rice. Take the little tail off. Get the rice with some beans and the shrimp. Had an escape victim there. One escaped. Washing it all down with Shiner. You know, we cooked it with some of the Shiner to get that flavor in there with it. Side this with some corn chips, some salsa, and you'll be good. All right, have a good one. Signing off.